Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesday. Today is Real Talk, and today my guest is my favorite person, right? Chris Gota.
A lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. So hello and how are you? Hope you are doing absolutely amazing. I am Liza, your host, and as I said, my guest is Chris Gota. So we've had a show together, Chris,
Yes.
and we called it The Original with Chris and Liza. So now Chris is on my show for the Real Talk. So let's talk about real stuff.
Sure.
And so what is one thing that brings us to reality? And if there is anything that you would like to discuss, by all means, write it, share it. We want to have this as a conversational, interactive, right?
Absolutely.
Let's do this. All right. So with the new year, with everything that has started, I'd like to ask you, what is it that you have decided or chosen something different about yourself, about your health, your wellness, or your life? What is this one thing that you say, this is what I'm going to implement in my life?
Well, I was lucky and privileged enough to attend your workshop on Sunday, which was wonderful. It was great, and you talked about self-sabotaging habits and how it takes 28 days or 33 days to break a habit or to start something new that is a good thing to do habitually. And so one of the things we that you helped me kind of bring out on that workshop was the fact that I don't have a lot of time alone. You know, I'm in a house I'm very lucky to be in a house filled with lots of people, but I do sometimes kind of put myself last when it comes to just, doing something for me. So I think that's something new that I want to do. Maybe
Me time?
Me time. It's something I always wanted to do, never had the time to do it, always kind of feel a little guilty about taking me time. So I'm going to kind of put aside that guilt and really make an effort to have some me time.
So the guilt factor is another thing that, now that you brought it up, I want to talk about it.
Yep.
Guilt in itself is negative.
Yes.
Guilt is heavy. So once there's a lot of things we can always feel guilty about, right? Mm-hmm. So I think guilt is something that has also been taught or imposed upon us.
Oh, yeah. I grew up Roman Catholic, so I know all about that. Very familiar.
Right?
Yes.
So feeling guilty, like I'm not paying attention to this and this, I am taking my time. And so what else? Me time? What other things?
I think also to do things a little bit more creative. Some more. Honestly, just having an empty piece of paper or a blank journal and just drawing or writing anything, words. It doesn't even have to make sense. Just doing doodling even.
Okay. Which also helps you with your creativity.
Yeah.
Right? We forget that when we are a child, we do this creative thing all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
We dance, we create, we write. That's what children do. They write on refrigerators, on walls, even with chalk on the floor to play.
Yeah.
All this is so encouraged for so many children, and yet it's stifled for so many of us as when we become adults.
Yeah.
And yet there are people like me that I doodle while I'm thinking. Or if I am in a seminar or something, if I'm not writing, I'm doodling. I design things. So that is your creative side. So me time and creativity. Give me another one.
Oh, more movement. It's been kind of cold and rainy, so it's nice to stay home. But then we've had a whole year of staying home, so movement. Travel, going back to travel. Not so much, the airplane travel is still a little iffy for us. So Unfortunately, we're going to, maybe wait a little bit longer for that. But, just getting in the car and driving somewhere, or taking an even longer walk than you usually take. I mean, I it's like a 1.3 miles from my house to the grocery store. So maybe I'll go to the next farthest grocery store, or, someplace else, maybe a restaurant or something.
How about walks?
More movement, more walks. Yeah, for
Walks.
sure. For sure.
So in a way, this is awesome. This is awesome because I think instead of having a goal of doing like 10 things or 20 things and you write the to-do, and then when you cannot finish everything, you have this, another guilty, feeling guilty. I didn't finish all the things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But if we start with 3 things at a time, it's so much easier to say, I can do 10 minutes of me time, half an hour of walk. By the way, when you go on walks, if you walk on your own, it becomes your me time. It becomes creative if you are exploring in a beautiful pathway that you have not.
Yeah.
And or even in a different neighborhood, and you're looking at the trees, taking pictures the way I do and I post. Then you have done all 3 things in one.
Yeah.
Walking, me time, and creativity.
Right.
Especially if you start singing.
Yes. Well, I do that all the time.
All right.
I just kind of just sing anything at home. It's, sing along with the radio or movies, and I do that all the time. My kids always tell me, she's singing again, or I'm on the phone, Mom. So
did you realize how I incorporated all of them into one action?
Yeah. One fluid action.
One fluid action. Is that easier for you to say, I can do that?
Yeah, so much easier. I can do that.
Okay.
I can definitely do that.
So if we start doing something like that for half an hour a day of me time, creativity, and movement, then that becomes a 1, even though it's 3 things.
Yeah.
And if you do 3 of those at a time in 1 week, only in 1 week, until you get to a point that you can say, I can do that every day.
Right.
So it becomes so much easier. I think in life, just the same way as it was in the workshop, how we break free of certain habits that are no longer worthy of us or important or are negative and weigh us down is make it fun. Yeah. And make it fitness.
Yeah.
And bring another thing in. So today I would like to introduce you to 7 F's. And that would be family, family time, fun time, fitness time, field, which is your creative, your career, or whatever it is, right? And bringing in faith, and fitness. That's the number 7.
Excellent.
So if we bring all that and we say, create a chart, and every single day, just tend to each one of them, even if it is for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you finish it the same way as we did this 3 into 1. It becomes so much easier. If you did the walk and everything, it would become a part of the family time instead of the me time.
Got it. Okay.
Right?
But then I can check off that F. I've done that F. Yeah.
Right? So
what are the 7 F's?
The fitness,
family time,
and fun becomes on a family walk.
Okay. Yeah.
So 3 F's in 1.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So in life, I think it becomes so doable for us to do so many things. Because, as you know, as a clinical hypnotherapist, one of the things that I do is I work with my clients to find the part of them and to connect and feel good about who they are. And when we feel good about who we are, which is our self-esteem, and it's self-pride, for the things that you do, because you did it, not anybody else doing it for you. And you just go, I did it.
I did it.
And
It's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
So guess who has this incredible messaging that we see it day in, day out? Every single person. We see it all the time. We see it in media, we see it in billboards, we see it on TV, we even wear it. You go anywhere. There is no way you can go to any department store and not see it. Guess what is it?
Nike?
Yes.
Okay, I guessed right.
The sign,
I did it.
you did it. So did you see the joy in you? It's like, oh my God, I did it. I got it. So that's exactly what we are talking about. You came up with it. The self-pride trumps everything in life. Mm-hmm. Now, that's only this one small little thing. It's the check mark. Checking off one thing I do. Checking off another things I accomplish. Checking off the excitement of knowing what the answer is. Mm-hmm. It was not a trivia, but in a way it was the messaging behind Nike's checkmark.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. So if I want to be a success, just do it. But different versions for different folks. Mm-hmm. What is a success to you may not be the same for me.
Right.
What is a success for you may not be the same for 10 others. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But when we have this image of what is success, if I am fit, I'm having fun, I am in gratitude, I feel healthy, I am, with faith. My faith in my life means a lot. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of prayer. And that is connecting to my faith-based living. Mm-hmm. Right?
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of that is something that you can start today just for today. And that's one of the things I say. It doesn't have to be every single day. Stop putting that pressure on you. But if you can do and fulfill, another F, fulfill one of the F's today.
Just do it.
Just do it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
So if you had a message, because we started the original together as a raw talk, talking about things that truly matter. And we've had so many people who said, what happened to it?
Yeah, where'd you guys go?
Where did you guys...
When's your next show? People are asking.
I think it's about time our show comes back.
Sure.
Yes.
Great idea.
Great idea. So what are the things that we started talking about? What is it that we want to do? Let us bring and let us reintroduce the original show with
Chris
and Liza.
So, confession time. We did take a break from the original show. It was around the time my father got sick, entered hospice, and I cared for him. He had hospice in my home, so I became his primary caregiver. So the original show kind of took a back seat because I was caring for my dad before he died. It was a difficult time, but a very beautiful time. Very thankful that I had that time of closeness with my father before he passed. It's also a very honest message to all of you that nothing lasts forever. And definitely my time with my father was very precious to me. I'm very grateful for it. And I think it's going to bring a lot to the show. So when we get back to talking together, I have a lot of experience to share about that, a lot of insight, a lot of inspiration that I want to share with everybody. So I'm excited to do that.
Yes, that is beautiful, because I think one of the things that Chris and I have been talking about, and soon you will be hearing, that's why I've been saying a lot is coming, a lot of tending to you, caring for you, and bringing more value, is we are creating something that it's going to help the caretakers take care of themselves. Absolutely. And the introduction to the 7 F's is another way. So stay tuned for that. It's coming. another thing is at the end of the year, I know we heard so many who lost their loved ones,
Yep.
who died. I talk about the end of the year, a time for closure. But it also has to be a closure for us. And the healing that comes beyond the health, beyond caring for others, that is what we are going to be talking about. We're going to have courses, we're going to have support system, everything that is being put into place. And that is where we come for you. And we're also going to be bringing speakers who are going to be experts in that field, who are we're going to be interviewing them. Sometimes Chris will be talking to them. I will be talking to them. So this entire Heal Talk, Real Talk, it is going to be truly an original that we are bringing. Wow, now it all rhymes together.
It all comes together.
It all comes together. It's going to be Real Talk on Heal Talk, and we're bringing you original value, original stuff that is all about you, and we're just the messengers.
Yes. It's all about giving information and giving support, which everybody could use and can help you out. So we're going to do that. Yeah. We're going to just do it.
Just do it. Exactly. With that, we want to say thank you so much for being here, being with us. Let us close by saying an affirmation and first introduce. I know it should have been a part of the introduction, but I know you so well. I forgot to ask you. Introduce yourself, Chris.
My name is Gota. I am a mother of 4, healthcare executive, and co-host of Liza's Heal Talk Tuesday now.
Real Talk.
Real Talk Tuesday, sorry.
Yes.
We're still getting used to all the newness. But I'm excited for 2022, excited to, share information and be part of support and transformation and everything.
Yes. So with that, thank you for being a part of us. Today's message was small, it was short, and it was precise. And with that, God bless you, and may the universal light surround you as always. Until next week, bye-bye.
And if you like this, share it, subscribe, and go to YouTube, and you'll see the rest of all my podcasts.